Hello everyone and welcome back to another stream of Witchwood. Now, we are going to be going after the soul of the bear. Now, I'm a little excited. This will be the fourth soul that we're going after, the last one that we need from the first four. Okay, hold on. There we go. And did it just the way I was sitting. I need to go back into the forest. While I'm here, I'm gonna go look at the lake shore. Yeah. Because I haven't gone through here yet. Ah, this is... Oi, stop right where you are. Yeah, no one but soldiers are allowed into Lakeshore Camp. And you don't look like no soldier. Yeah, that's not a standard issue helmet. I just came to visit my, son? I don't think so. The captain said no visitors, so buzz off. Yeah, unless you're the quartermaster, you ain't getting in. Hey, where's that nervous wreck anyway? He ought to be back with the shipment of honey by now. New chapter. The bear. I needed to go there, apparently. Oh, hello there. Sorry. I think I managed to get most of the debris off the road. Looks like you've made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Yes, well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the bear. The bear, you say? What sort of mission? It's my job to make sure the Lakeshore Camp is well stocked with provisions, but most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the bear's favorite mead. I was just on my way back from the apiary with a cart full when a deer or something darted out of nowhere. Jostled my poor mule so bad that she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my rib cage. Piled the darn cart right into the ditch, she did. Now every barrel is smashed, and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The bear will have my guts for quarters, I'm sure of it. This bear sounds like quite a brute. Oh, you don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, his heads will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand. I can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, nothing like that, but could you take a message to the sergeant of Lakeshore Camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened, and maybe he can get me out of this bind. You can get to the Lakeshore Camp if you follow the road to the northwest of here. I need to stay with the cart and assess the damages. Oh dear. Alright. Always saving people for some reason. Hey, where do you think you're going? Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed inside the lakeshore camp. Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line for latrine, or if it's the captain hasn't had his drinks. That's right, Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering. Oh, away. Rude. Got a potential spam call. Right in the middle of me streaming. How rude of them. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near the beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health? Oh, yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to, look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. That's fine. You carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palm of the waiting guard. There, I expect you two can divide them evenly among yourselves. Right, 1 for you and 2 for me. What? You mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. You still owe me for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. The 2 guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. I was wondering about that. It's like, why are we giving them 3 when there's 2 of them? As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. And then I walloped him, just like that. So next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms! More drink! Bring me my delicious honey mead! The soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other, none wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. The bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips, and his bleary eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say, now that's a funny-looking helmet, soldier. I ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the Western Mountains? You decided that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right! Get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard! Excuse me, come through. Pardon me, had to chase that, thank you. Into the tent. The sergeant, okay. The frenetic-looking officers shout hurried orders at whoever will listen, but most of the camp's soldiers are busy cowering or knockered out cold. Man the gates! You over there, secure the perimeter! We just need to hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that dang shipment of honey? You step over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? I found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble in the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get here anytime soon. What? Curse my rusty breeches! Without that honey, the other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. The bear's gonna flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy. But once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquests. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. He points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the bear is so in love with brawling and boozing, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. I'm just kind of taking a look at the rest of the camp. Alright, good enough. You inspect the brass contraption, a tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day, the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just the potion for your troubles. The rattled sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but he'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. Alright, I need a cinder box and 5 jars of water. Oh, I need more clay. Okay. Let me see. Get the cinder box. I'll be back. You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best base for potion brewing, but you want to preserve that honeymead flavor. You snap kindling into pieces and scatter it into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. With the heat of a cinder box, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a rolling boil. With the hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. The quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the fields, so I best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Honey, metamorphosis elixir, and torn teddy bear. Surprisingly, I have everything for that part. Through the open tent flap, you catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets and treasures scattered about the spacious interior. You surmise that one of these precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use as a token of the bear. Your eyes only have a moment to linger upon the giant fur-lined bed before hands pull the drawer flap shut. The sergeant gives you disapproving glares as he ushers you away. Hey, you can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if he finds out someone's been snooping? Don't worry, I'll be careful. It seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. You glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No way, no how. If you think this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honeymead. If you're so afraid of that stopping brute, why don't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. And abandon all my friends? We soldiers gotta stick together. It's our only chance. If only there was some way to stand up to the bear. A thought seemed to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potions and baubles hanging in about your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and what's it, right? What if you made me some sort of protective charm or talisman? Then I could maybe have a chance against that monster without getting my head stoved in. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me intrude this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Alright, protective talisman coming right up. How do I make it? Craft. Okay. Oh, I need more sticks. Oh, I need milk. Oh, I need another one of you. There we go. Perfect. And what do I need to make you? I need 2 more. What is that last one? Dog hair. Ah, okay. Anywho, I need more sticks and I need some milk. How many more sticks did I need? Wait, I needed to make 1 more of these. That's what I needed. Okay. What did I need it for again? Ah. Right, okay. Need to go grab some milk now. Sleepy. Here, this ought to shield you from harm, for a time. He grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck. He then clobbers himself in the face with his own fist. Wow, you weren't kidding, haha. Though that's nowhere near the kind of punishment the bear can dish out. I better find some more stuff to test this out with, then I'll give that bear a piece of my mind. He stumbles off into the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. Oh, I need the honey. Let me do that first. I entirely forgot about that. Heidi ho, I'm afraid we're closed for this season. Closed? But I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart, you just missed him. Yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the bear, but he's had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the lakeshore camp. The bear? Well, that explains why the quartermaster purchased so dang much. I heard that lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it'd suit him. My poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order, and they don't have any honey left. I wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty? Why, my sweet spring flower, the jewel of my crown, the golden son of my... Yes, get on with it. My beloved queen, she's as lovely as she is wise and resides over her flowered kingdom. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave, where is my dinner? I ordered you to bring me the finest sunflowers. Right away, my love. And make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet. I think I'd better have an audience with this queen myself. Okay, hostile when irritated. Don't irritate. How am I irritating them? What did I do? What did I do? Ooh, flower bed. Oh, sorry about that. That was not my intention. The regal insect looks down her curled nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rabble from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is hard to find, isn't it? And I suppose you've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey, your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Ha! Do you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something, but no one ever wants to work for it. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweet, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. I hope you find these to your liking. Is this marigold? You wax-brained fool, you know I despise the stuff. How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you! My love, I have wronged you. Then let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away while he busies himself picking more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes, but it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herbs calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Okay, I need one of these. Yikes, I need water. I always need more water. Alright, let me go grab some water. Love how I said unless irritated, and we just walk past them and they're irritated by us instantly. It's like, what did we do? We walked past you. That's it. You sneak! Do you honestly believe that your little puff of smoke can... The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Ooh! Does anyone else feel a little hot? Anyways, as I was saying, you can't just... The sparkling sun bears down on the queen like a warm summer's embrace. My! Look at all of these beautiful colors. Have they always been so bright? The queen bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arches her limbs through the myriad of colors, swirling about her head. It's gorgeous! Oh, and what's that delicious smell? Cracking into the waxen walls of her hive, the queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable! Oh, it's so good, you simply have to try some, my dear. I've never tasted anything so delicious in my life. She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. She seemed half asleep, but still feasting on honey. Concerned himself with the floral arrangement. Okay. He has nothing to say about this. I'm not going to talk about how it's a little strange that she's eating honey. I'm not going to talk about that. Just going to breeze past that. I mean, unless, you know, the queen bees actually do eat honey. Unless, you know, bees themselves, do they? I don't believe they eat honey. Given what it is. Ready for the right ingredients. Okay, honey. As you squeeze the honeycomb with your bare hands, thick, rich honey slowly oozes into the brewery's tank. Too sweet for your taste, but then this potion is not for you. You ladle out a good portion of the writhing, tar-like substance into the brewery. To be safe, you add a little bit more just for texture. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint in its button eye reminds you of something, but the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. It floats sadly for a moment before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. With the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work. Steam hisses from rivets and its swollen metal belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggling fingers of the gauges and dials settle down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickeningly sweet vapors. You push an empty wooden keg under the contraption's spigot and crank the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozing fluid. It may not be the finest honey mead around, but hopefully the great raging galoot won't stop and notice the difference. Ah, Captain, I've brought you more honey mead. The bear swipes up the tankard with his massive paw and tosses the contents into his slavering Maw without hesitation. He licks his chops, savoring the peculiar flavor. With a sudden jerk, he bears down on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's a new recipe. I thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. Rah! You know I hate new things. I'll teach you to mess with my favorite brew, you hayseed. The bear is upon you with frightening speed. He raises a huge mace in his paw skyward, and you brace for the impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crashing mace and your head. You peer through your fingers as a great clang resounds through the camp. The bear roars furiously as his blow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. The mace goes spinning out of his paw and falls into the lake with a great splash. He gapes, dumbfounded, as the sergeant stands before him completely unharmed. Ha! That'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf! This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now! The camp soldiers gather to witness in stunned awe. Miraculously, the bear seems to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. If it was up to me, you'd be dishonorably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to the uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear welling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks until he's reduced to the size of a small cat. And another thing, what's happening? In place of the bear's drunken grimace is the stitched smile of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. The sergeant takes a step back to reveal a small-shaped stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Reveal the small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Your transformative potion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it? He scratches his head in befuddlement, but seems genuinely relieved. Hey, Sarge, I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? The camp's a mess. Let's get to work. Hold on. My necklace. I need to fix my necklace. There we go. Okay. You pick the bear. Collect the soul of the bear in the forest. You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand out of its fur. As you inspect it further, its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame, the trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what that old goat is after. I hope he's happy. The souls of the bear, leech, snake, and ox jostle in your satchel with fearful energies. That's that then. I better get these back home to the goat before he ransacks the rest of the place. So much to do. What a relief. With the bear gone, we can all easily... What? We can all rest easy. Okay. Goat? Oh, into the shrine. The goat rears its head at the sight of you, its hooves pound to the ground excitedly. Most excellent. I can sense the presence of the spirits about you. You must have captured the souls I have asked for. No small task, I can tell you that. Just what do you plan on doing with them? Oh, this and that. Nothing you must concern yourself with. What's important is that you are one step closer to fulfilling your contract with me. Just go ahead and place them in the shrine there. I'll take care of the rest. The goat shakes its head towards a carved relief at the back of the room, grinning in a horrible way that no goat should. You approach the shrine and open your satchel, stuffed bear. As you bring the stuffed bear close to the carved stone relief in the wall, it spontaneously bursts into flames in your hands, burning away until only a harsh red stone remains. The stone zips out of your grasp and straight to the socket on a wall, buzzing like some angry insect. You're buffeted by flashes of the bear's wrath, drunken, roaring, cowering bodies, splintered wood, the smell of honey. Shrine awaits another offering. As with the first, the mummified husk of the leech turns to ash as you bring it close to the wall, leaving only a glowing orb in its place. Images of the leech slither into your mind, the prick of a needle, the drip, drip, drip of draining fluids, soothing words, restless sleep. Shrine awaits another offering. The prismatic colors flash through your head at the thought of the snake, secrets lapped up by a forked tongue, whispers beneath the sound of festivities. Shrine awaits another offering. The ox brings with him the overbearing heat of the midday sun, the salty tang of sweat in the soil, suffering, sacrifice, solitude. You step away from the shrine and its smoldering stones. Your burden suddenly feel much lighter. Besides you, the sleeping maiden stirs in her slumber but does not wake. Now then, you have had a very long day. Why don't you get some rest? Tomorrow we shall pick up bright and early. Yes, I am quite tired. This game is pretty cool. This is great. I love this. Alright then. This has been Witchwood, the chapter of the bear. Now, I'm excited to see what we have in store for us next time when we continue. What other animals are we going to get the souls of? What other people are we going to help save? And most importantly, who is the sleeping maiden? We'll find out, I suppose, but not in this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing this game. I hope you will join me for my next stream or video, depending on where you're watching this. Thank you so much. Good night and goodbye.